And we are live. Man, am I hyped for this game. I haven't been hyped for a Steeler game like this in quite some time, man. This is probably the most hype I've been for a Steeler game this entire season. This entire season. I thought that was a little bit of an echo. Yeah, I'm actually very hyped for this game. I, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Steeler team. Okay, that's probably why I'm excited for this one. It's probably going to be a tough one. Well, it is going to be a tough one going up against Dan Campbell and that Lions team. They're not the same Lions team. Okay, I'm not expecting the Steelers to come out with this win. What I want to see is a competitive football game. Can the Steelers keep this game competitive? That's what matters to me, at least. Okay, because if they get blown out, then that's saying something. But if they're able to keep it competitive with a good team like Detroit, then I have a little bit of hope. All right, and I'm wearing my brand new jersey, man. Throwback TB12 Terry Bradshaw jersey. I just got it in the mail yesterday. But we have the Christmas lights up, Christmas tree up. Got my Christmas lights on. One of them isn't on there. I don't know what color that was supposed to be. But yeah, man, we got this. Over there at Ford Field, no sort of conditions in a dome. But I'd say, man, Ford Field does look like a pretty nice stadium overall. Oh, wow, they're showing the players that are out for the Steelers defense. TJ Watt still out with the lung. Nick Herbig out for this game. And James Pierre, a guy who stepped up this season. So those are key players defensively for the Steelers defense. And they're going to have a tough matchup against that Lions offense. We got the blue end zones over there in Detroit. Chris Boswell kicks it away, and we are off and running from Ford Field, the Motor City. And it is taken up, and he is tackled, tripped by Wilson, and he is down probably a little bit at around the 25. Probably got a little bit more than that. And here comes Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions offense. Now, these guys are going to be playing on Christmas Day, which is why they have that patch on their shoulder. Not every team has it, just the teams that are playing on Christmas Day. Detroit's one of them. I know Dallas and Washington as well. I forgot the exact matchups. Snap here, Goff is going to throw it, completes to St. Brown on the first play. Gain of about 7 for Detroit, and that is the man that they're going to be giving the ball to a lot in this game. Okay, let's get this scoreboard up on here. Let's see what we got. All right, looks like Gibbs is in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Pressure comes, and he gets sacked by Benton. Let's go. Let's go, man. There was no time for Jared Goff. As soon as he got the play action and was looking to pass the ball, he got tackled right away. All right. Nice. Wonder if the bust Jerome Bettis is there. 3rd and 11 for the Lions on their opening drive. It's going to be a screen pass to Gibbs. Gibbs trying to get somewhere, and he has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage, and that is a 3-and-out that the Steelers defense forces on the first drive for Detroit. Hell yeah. Nice. Nothing too special about that tackle. Not trying to hit stick him, just trying to bring him down. Fox on the punt, a little bit of a delay on the punt, but this is a pretty nice one. Austin has to backpedal a little bit, past the 25, and runs out of bounds at about the 29. So Aaron and the Steelers offense trot onto the field. It's been a little bit of an up and down season for this Steelers offense. Some games are really good. Some games are not too good. Let's see what the Steelers offense does in this game. Rodgers, the last two games, though, has been showing up. And that's something to note. So far, this Steelers team, after that Buffalo loss, has been a different Steelers football team. And you got Jalen Warren in the backfield on the first play. Play action bootleg. Rodgers is scrambling. He finds a man. Oh, it is deflected. He was looking for DK Metcalf on that play, but good defense by the Lions there. Probably slightly underthrown. Let's see the replay. Little bit of grabbing, but I think that was still inside of 5 yards. Maybe slightly, very slightly through behind him, and I think that's what made the difference on that play. Good coverage nonetheless. So 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. Rodgers now in shotgun. Calvin Austin in motion. He's moving to the left side. A bit of a delay. Handoff to Jalen Warren. Up the middle. Gets blocks up front and gets the first down. Good run from Jalen Warren. Good blocks by the Steelers offensive line right there. Let's go. Move those chains, baby. That's what the Steelers are going to have to do today if they want to be successful in this game. They're going to have to play their football game. Because if they're playing the Detroit Lions style of football, it's going to be a tough one, man. You want to keep it low scoring. I mean, defense is obviously going to have to do their job. But Kenny G and Jalen Warren, that is how the Steelers are going to win this ball game. Play action. Rodgers looking. Pump fakes. Then throws into Washington. Oh, deflected and almost intercepted. Oh, Washington just couldn't hang on to the ball. That was scary for a second. He was open. He threw it a little too high. I don't know how that's even possible with a guy like Darnell Washington, but nonetheless, incomplete. I tell you, the Detroit Lions uniforms their jerseys are really nice. One of the best in the NFL. Washington moving around. Rodgers gets it. Quick pass. DK Metcalf gets a couple of blocks and gets about 5 as he runs out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and around 5 for the Steelers offense. Damn. All right, Steelers taking their time calling this play. Steelers were 4 for 13 on 3rd downs last week against Miami. Rodgers alone in shotgun. He looks left. Pressure's coming. He gets it off in time, and it is caught. Darnell Washington. 1st down. Steelers now in Detroit territory. Let's go. Keep on moving the chains, baby. Keep on moving the chains. Look how much bigger Darnell Washington was compared to whoever was covering him. It's just unfair. And we saw a design run last week with Smith, right? I wanted to see a design run with Darnell Washington at some point this season. Kenny G in the backfield here. I believe it's his first play that he's in the game. And they're going to give it. Kenny G up the middle, bounces off of a tackle, and picks up a few. And that's just the type of runs you see from Gainwell. He just does not go down without a fight. And that's Pittsburgh Steelers brand football. That is what you want to see out of a Steelers running back. All right. 2 rushes, 4 passes so far on this drive. Connor Hayward now in the backfield. Got Kenny G behind him as well. I believe they have a 2 tight end set here. Bootleg for Rodgers. Pressure's coming, and he gets sacked. Oh, pressure came in quick. Hutchinson was one of the few Lions players that got in to sack him. And now that kind of knocks him out of field goal range for sure. Hutchinson just broke to the outside quick, man. That was a tough play to guard him. He was just so quick to get to the backfield. Now it's 3rd and 14. Lion fans with their 3rd down signs. And Steelers don't look like they know what's going on. And the Steelers take a timeout. Okay, yeah, they look very confused over there. Aaron Rodgers nodding his head, doesn't look happy. I don't know if it was the play call that he didn't like or just the confusion. It looked more like confusion there, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if they just go short pass here and try to get into field goal range or the Boswell range. Aaron still with that cast on his left hand. And Detroit getting loud once again. I mean, their season is really on the line these next 3 games. They're going to need a little bit of help from Green Bay losing a few games. Rodgers gets a snap. He's going to throw it to Gano, and it is deflected at the line and goes incomplete. And they were doing exactly what I was expecting them to do, which was a short pass, and Detroit read that the entire way. And he just jumps up for that. And they're still going to put Chris Boswell out there for a 59-yarder. Boswell so far this season from 50-plus yards, 7 for 8. This one, a long one. His career high is 60. Indoors. And it is up and it is good. Chris Boswell with a 59-yarder to get the Steelers on the board and to get the Steelers the early lead. 3-0 Pittsburgh. 9:21 left in the first quarter. What a kick by Boswell, man. That probably would have went in from like 62 or something, man. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to kick the field goal there. I thought they were going to punt. But no conditions. You got Chris Boswell. Yeah, kick the field goal. What are we talking about? So there's a few games going on. You got there's only 2 games going on right now. The Texans and the Raiders, which I'm not going to keep tabs on that too much. Houston should win that game. They'll probably dominate with the way that they've been looking. Raiders, they're the Raiders. Their season's been over. I think the fan base would much rather have them lose at this point of the season. So, yeah. How about the games on Thursday night? The game on Thursday night and then the game last night. Which one was better? I think it all depends on what you like more, whether you like a defensive game more or whether you like an offensive game more. Because last night was a defensive game, and it was a great, great defensive game. And that fourth quarter, the end of that game, man, Chicago was down by 10 points, 16-6. And then they get the field goal. Honestly, a lot of people will say that they messed up. I think they did mess up by taking their time kicking the field goal. And I believe it was past a 2-minute warning after they got the field goal to make it a 1-possession game. So you kind of think game's over, right? It's done. They need an onside kick. Nobody's getting onside kicks nowadays. They do the onside kick. Dobbs has it for a little bit, but then loses possession. Chicago gets the football, goes down the field, scores a touchdown, has all momentum. They kicked the extra point, which I think is the right move in that situation at home. If you're on the road, I would have gone for 2. That's me personally. But they had all the momentum at home, kicked the extra point, goes into overtime. Green Bay's drive stalls out. And then Chicago, Caleb Williams throws a deep shot to DJ Moore, and that was game. That was a great, Great game, man. And of course, the Thursday night game as well. That was an awesome game too. Honestly, I like last night's game better. All right, Basel with the kickoff and is returned inside the 5. Oh, has blocks and gets tackled right around the 35-yard line. Not a bad return there. I think it's just more on your preference there. Because, yeah, high-scoring games, they're great, right? But you have to appreciate those defensive games, man, especially when they're unfolding at the very end when it's a close defensive game. Those are great. All right, you got Gibbs standing straight up in the backfield. And that's who they give it to, Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, fumbles the ball and falls a few yards behind the line of scrimmage at around the 29 and gets touched by Joey Porter Jr. And that is a miscue for Detroit. Luckily, he was able to recover that. Benton was there attempting to tackle him. I'm not sure if he got a hand on the ball. It just more looked like Gibbs lost the football. Well, we also have Sawyer getting his first career start. He has been getting a couple of reps, but never a full-on start. Goff drops back. He's going to throw it complete to Laporta, and it's a very short gain there. He gets tackled out of bounds, and that's going to be another 3rd and long here for Detroit. I'm sorry, that was first. That's a hard last name to pronounce. I'm not going to lie. Oh, man. Houston gets a pick 6. And the Battle Reds. Those are some cool uniforms, man. I'm telling you, Houston has those all navy blue ones, and then the all reds. They got some nice uniforms. 3rd and 12 here for Detroit. Goff drops back. He's going to throw it middle of the field, and he's going to try to get the first down, and he does. Oh, my gosh. Raymond on the reception. Oh. So they were playing a little bit far back. Patrick Quinn was just kind of waiting there. Raymond was able to make a couple of moves. Damn, man. So there were Steelers around the area, just not exactly where Raymond was, and that's... What? Carolina beat Tampa Bay? And I'll play. Gibbs makes a move, breaks a tackle, and gets a short gain. That was a exciting 3-yard run, though. I will say that. Wow. So Tampa Bay is not in a good spot. I'm not sure who has. Well, obviously, Carolina probably has a tiebreaker now. I'm not sure if they played twice already or if they play in week 18 or anything like that. But now it is tough for Tampa Bay to make the playoffs. Goff is going to scramble, then he's going to throw it middle of the field, and that is a first down Detroit. First skirt once again on the reception. Okay, that's how you pronounce the name. It's a little bit of a tough one to pronounce. Hey, I'm shocked that Carolina beat Tampa Bay. And that throw by Goff definitely wasn't the prettiest throw, but it definitely got the job done. Oh, Jacksonville and Denver's going on right now. And I'll play Montgomery. Runs into a wall at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, that's a good game. Jacksonville and Denver. Oh, okay. So what I got mixed up on was the Jacksonville and Denver games on Fox, and then the Steelers and Lions and Raiders and versus Texans is on CBS. Okay. Which is a little weird. I guess you would think that this game would be on Fox, but I'm not complaining too much. 2nd and 10 from the Steelers 35. They give it to Montgomery once again. Oh, straight up run. Gets the first down and more. And now Detroit's in the red zone. Just straight up running there. for Montgomery. And this is the test here, man. Gibbs and Montgomery. Damn it. Wow, Tennessee beat KC. They're just... First and 10, Goff drops back. He's going to throw it. Incomplete. Joey Porter Jr. on the coverage on St. Brown. Nice. There you go. JPJ's been having a really good season. It's just limit the PI calls. That is literally it for JPJ. All right, they're in shotgun. Goff looking, throws it, caught complete, another first down, and he's hitting his tight end right now. So far, it's been Fursker and Goff. That connection has been hitting on this drive. First and goal from the 4. Gibbs in the backfield. I like how he just stands straight up. They give it to him. Gibbs continues to fight, and he earned himself probably a yard. There's not many running backs that do that just stand straight up. I know Ashton Genty does that. All right, now at the 4. Man's in motion. Gibbs still in the backfield. Let's see if they give it to him. And they do. And Sawyer tackles him as soon as he gets the ball. Nice. Nice, man. The rookie out of Ohio State. And he made plenty of plays in college. In big moments, in big spots, in big games. So I'm excited to see what he could bring, man. He has made a couple plays as a Steeler. Third and goal here from the 6. Montgomery in the backfield. And they give it. Touch pass to St. Brown, and he is going to be about a 2 yards short of the end zone. And this is what we're talking about here. This is the nitty-gritty here. Dan Gamble. Is he going to go for it here on 4th and goal from about the 2.5 yard line? Looks like the offense is still out there. What else will we expect? This is why he's intriguing. It's actually from the 3 yard line. Montgomery in the backfield. Let's see if they actually go for it here. Receiver in motion. They are going for it. Fakes the handoff. Goff rolls out. Nowhere to throw the ball. He throws it, and it is incomplete. Steelers make the stop. He was looking for St. Brown. Joey Porter Jr. once again with the good defensive play. Nice. This is what I'm talking about, man. Good defense at the line, and then good protection in the secondary. Overall, good play for the Steelers defense, man. You know what? That goal line stand does deserve a little bit of a light show. Come on, man. You gotta appreciate those. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Steelers defense the past couple of weeks. Just this team, they're playing with a little bit more of an edge. And that's what they need. They need that grittiness, man. Especially against a team like the Lions. Which I don't know, man. 3 yards to go for, that's a little bit long, man. I understand that's what the Lions' identity is. If it was from the 2, I probably would have gone for it for sure. Since it was from the 3, that's a little bit of a ways, man. I know it's not like a huge difference, but still, at that point, I just take the points. Personally, that's what I would have done. But hey, that's what the Lions do, right? That's what the Lions do. The only problem is now the Steelers are going to have it at the 3. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the NFL. I thought there was only 2 games going on in the afternoon slate, but I guess there's more. So you got Jacksonville and the Broncos. Jacksonville looks like they're up in that game. And Jacksonville can clinch a playoff berth with a win over there in Denver. Houston still up 7-0 over the Raiders. Cardinals up 10-3 over Atlanta right now in the toaster. And that's all we got right now. There's been college football this weekend as well, the playoff. I was able to keep up with the Bama and Oklahoma game. That's really the only game I watched. Oh, wait, no, I watched the morning game between, I forgot the 2 teams. Miami and Texas A&M. Very forgettable game, by the way. All right, Jaylen Warren in his own end zone gets the handoff, and he is tackled 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage by Harper. Damn. I mean, everybody knows that in that situation. Almost a face mask grab. Almost. I don't think he grabbed it, though. His hand was around it. I don't think that was a face mask. It was very close. Very close. I mean, don't be surprised if we see another run here, especially after that 2-yard loss. No, it's a quick pass. Adam Thielen picks up a few and gives the Steelers more room to work with on 3rd down. Now it might be a pass here since they were able to get that extra space. And look, it's not like Adam Thielen and MVS are completely lighting it up, but this offense is working better with the 2. And they don't have, I've already said, they don't have to put up crazy numbers. Okay, let's see what they could do here on this 3rd and 5. Play clock running down. They get it off at 3. Rodgers gets rid of it, and it is caught for the 1st down. That is Calvin Austin on the reception there. And the Steelers moving the ball. I'm liking this so far, and that's probably going to be the end of the 1st quarter here. It looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. They're really taking their time in the huddle, so maybe try to make them jump at the very end. We'll see. They do get to the line of scrimmage here. Yeah, they're just trying to make them jump off sides, right? All right. Rodgers with 2 hard counts, and that's the end of the 1st quarter. 3-0 Steelers. And hey, only 3 points, but offensively, they're doing all right. Defensively, they're doing good. It is only 1 quarter, though. You know, the Christmas games for this year. Okay, the Christmas games last year, for one. We'll bring up last year first. The Christmas games last year weren't very good. All right, you had the Ravens and the Texans. That was supposed to be a good game, a great game on Christmas Day. Turned out to be a complete blowout. I think Houston only finished with 5 points in that game. Talking about last year. And then the Chiefs and Steelers, that game was a blowout too. So the Christmas games last year for the NFL were not good. This year, they can be good, but there's not really anything intriguing about them because a good portion of those teams, they're not going to make the playoffs. Is it the Lions that are the only team that have a shot at making the playoffs on the Christmas games? I think so. But again, even that's not certain. So, yeah, man. Which sucks because before the season started, you would think that the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Lions, and I forgot the others. Oh, the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Though all those teams would be in the mix for sure. That's what you were thinking before the season started. That's not the case. And it happens. It happens. Injuries happen. That was the case for the Commanders. Just a down season for the Chiefs. Is that the end of the Chiefs? I don't know. It is one season, but a lot of their players, they're not as young as they used to be. That's for sure. And who knows how much longer Travis Kelce has in his career. Which I think he got asked about that, but I forgot exactly what he said. Yeah, I'm not sure how much football I'm going to be watching on Christmas Day. Let's just say that. All right, first play of the second quarter here. From the Steelers' 11-yard line. I'm sorry, 16-yard line. Give it. Kenny G. Straight up run. First down and more. Another good run from Kenny G, man. This guy right now, man, he is playing at a really good level. Good blocks. Connor Hayward did his job there as well. This Steelers offensive line has been miles better than what they were the last 2 seasons. Miles better. And last week, Kenny G had 136 yards in total, and whistles are blowing. Looks like Detroit called a timeout. Are they? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's happening right now. At first, it looked like Detroit called the timeout because they were pointing towards the Lions' direction. Now it looks like everybody's confused. Was a Lion player injured? Okay, looks like a Lion player was injured, and now he goes to the locker room. Oh, okay. All right. So now let's start it. First and 10 for the Steelers. Game will move to the other side. Frymouth running around in the backfield. They give it Kenny G, and this time he gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. Oh, let's see what happened. What happened? Oh, the Broncos tie up the game against Jacksonville. Steelers, hurry up. Rodgers has it. He's going to throw a floater downfield for Metcalf, and it is incomplete. Metcalf looking for a flag. There is none. And that wasn't a catchable pass anyways. Yeah, that wasn't a catchable pass anyways. So now we got 3rd and 10. I like how Detroit does those third down signs. I like how they have that. The crowd over there gets loud, man. Smith in motion. Rodgers dropping back. Has to get rid of it, and he does, and he just throws it out of bounds. Lions looking for intentional grounding, it looks like, but nonetheless, a drive that stalls for the Steelers offense. He didn't have too much time to get rid of the ball. Damn. All right, here's Waitman for the punt. Waitman, who has had a good season, man, as a punter. And this one is another good one. Returned right at the 20. Flag is thrown that might be on Detroit. And he doesn't get anything on that return. And I believe this should be going back. Well, now they're saying it might be on Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah, it's going to be on the Steelers. They're taking a while, though. I think what makes it difficult here is okay, so it definitely was on the Steelers. They're talking it over with Campbell. Oh, yeah, he was run out of bounds for a long time. Damn, 15-yard penalty. So now they're going to have it at the 35. Skoranek, typically a really good player on special teams. So that is not like him to do that. Okay. Damn, what happened to Atlanta? Just injuries and stuff. They were supposed to be in the mix with the rest of the NFC South as well. I mean, Kirk Chains has been struggling really for the most part since he's gotten back. Oh, they are moving the ball finally. Down by 10. But now they're in Arizona territory. I don't know, man. I think the most unfortunate season has been with the Commanders. Because they had an unexpected amount of success last season. Nobody thought they were going to go to the NFC Championship game. Nobody. They really overachieved last season. Then that brings a lot of optimism for this season, expectations for this season, because last season there wasn't really an expectations. And injuries, man. But I still do think the Commanders can compete in that NFC East probably next year. At least that's what I'm hoping, man, because they do have talent. They do have a good squad. And with the way things are looking, I'm not too sure how much things are going to change in Dallas. Commanders are probably going to be the only team. The Giants are still in rebuild mode. Scadaboo and Dart are potentially future stars for the Giants, but they need a lot more than just a quarterback and running back to make things happen. Because Dart looks like he could potentially be the guy. Scadaboo definitely brings some energy to the team. And he's a good running back. But they need so much more. They could do that if they get the first overall pick. All right, fakes the handoff. Goff is getting pressured. He gets it off, and it is caught. First down, Detroit. Able to get it out to Williams. Let's see the replay on this. Damn, Highsmith wasn't too far from getting him. Right. Looks like Montgomery's in the backfield. They give it to him. Highsmith gets him. How about the defense from Alex Highsmith here, man? Really stepping up today. Players on this Steelers defensive line so far has shown up. Seems like we've called every player's number so far. Goff is going to throw it complete to Williams once again for a gain of about 6. Oh, no, he didn't get a generous spotting there. They're going to say a gain of 4. Wow, I'm surprised that the Texans and Raider game's only 7-0. Third and 6 for Detroit. They are in Steeler territory, maybe in field goal range already. He drops back. He's going to throw it wide open. St. Brown for the first down. There is a flag. Is this coming back? Tell me it's coming back. No, it's holding on the defense. A guy's wide open, and it's going to be holding on the defense. Nice. Nobody was near St. Brown. It's only their best player, right? It's only their best receiver. Gives it Montgomery. And this Steeler defense, man, has been able to limit Montgomery and Gibbs so far for the better part. I believe Montgomery was able to break off a good run or two. But Highsmith right now has been a tough guy to cover. Detroit is in the red zone still. 2nd and 11. Goff looking. Throws it to Gibbs, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't hang on to it. Wow. Gibbs is struggling a little bit in this game. Had that fumble earlier, and that's a pass he should have caught. Maybe that probably wasn't a perfect pass, but it was definitely a catchable pass. Third and 11 for Detroit from the Steelers 18. Goff is going to throw it towards the sideline. Incomplete. Looking for Williams. Just threw his hands. And I'm not going to lie, man. Detroit's looking a little bit out of it. At least offensively. Defensively, they're looking pretty good. Looks like Williams even pushed him off. Okay. I mean, sure, we'll take it. Bates so far this season, 21 for 27. This one from 36. Has the perfect angle on it. Snap looks good, and the kick is good. And we have a tie ball game here, 3-3. Second quarter, 10-10 left in it in this half. Okay. But so far, the pace has been Steeler pace football. You have to keep it that way. Because if it goes to the Detroit style of football, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So far, I'm not feeling too bad. Feeling pretty good. What's concerning me is the second half. All right, because that's definitely when they're going to make adjustments. I know last week the Steelers turned it up in the second half. The majority of this season, though, the Steelers have struggled in the second half, especially against good teams. Last week was the first time that I can remember all year that the Steelers really turned it up after halftime. At least I could remember at the top of my head. Who knows? Maybe the third quarter is now the Steelers' quarter. Hey, that third quarter on Monday night was arguably the best quarter that I've watched in Steeler as a Steeler fan. It's hard to say that something's perfect, but that was damn near a perfect quarter for the Steelers in the third last week. I got Jacksonville moving the ball once again, down 10-7, 6:50 left in the second quarter. Jaguars are in Denver territory. And is this the game people were expecting, though? I feel like a lot of people were expecting the Lions to do a number on the Steelers. And it just brought back. Kenny G gets it to the 28-yard line. I know for sure I didn't necessarily favor the Steelers. But there's hope. Was that water frozen? That water looked frozen over there. Oh, man, could you imagine if Detroit had an outdoor stadium? Freiermuth moves to the left side. Along with DK Metcalf. Fakes the handoff, then throws it at Pat Freiermuth, and he gets met right at the line of scrimmage by Campbell. Damn, they get their tight ends into the game, but Freiermuth is the one that's utilized the least, it seems like. Unless you want to. That's either him or Connor Hayward, but Connor Hayward has had a touchdown or two this season. I'm not sure about Freiermuth. Okay, he has 4 touchdowns this season. Rodgers screen pass to Gainwell. Gainwell gets a stiff arm and tackled for a gain of about 5, maybe. That's going to bring a 3rd and 6 for this Steeler team. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. They're throwing a lot of screen passes in this game, a lot of short passes. They did take that shot to DK Metcalf, but that's really the only long throw that they've had all game. A lot of these passes are inside of 5 yards, including this one, a Freiermuth, and he is 3 yards short of the line. What are we doing? Yeah, man, we need 6 yards. Let's throw it right at the line of scrimmage. What are we doing? All these passes, except for that one, have been inside of 5 yards. Why are you throwing at the line of scrimmage with 6 yards to gain? It makes no sense. I get it. You are getting some blocks up front in this game, but come on, you can't rely on that every single time. Good pump by Waitman, and he does not call a fair catch, and he is tackled by Skoranek. That's a makeup for the penalty last time. I don't know why Raymond didn't call a fair catch. He was so focused on the ball, I don't think he even noticed Skoranek there. All right, I'll be back in a few. All right, we're back. I think should be back on. All right. Whoa. The thing that's holding this team back a lot significantly is the play calling on both sides of the field. All right. Offensively and defensively. It's a lot more noticeable on the offensive side. I guess it's just easier to point out, I guess. Golf carts. What? Hey, those are actually nice. Dang. All right, so the Lions have it at their 15. Fakes the handoff. Pressure's coming, and he's going to have to get rid of it, and he cannot. Cameron Hayward on the sack. And the Steelers' defensive line, man, is doing good right now. Doing really good. Highsmith, once again, getting in the mix. And then it was the inside that collapsed. You got to appreciate the speed that Highsmith has been showing in this game. And that pushed the Lions back 5 yards. Play clock running down. They get it off at 1. It's going to be a screen pass that is short. Oh, he was looking for Gibbs. And then he gets tackled by his own lineman. That had to have slipped, right? Or something. Oh, yeah, he just never got a good grip on it. It's when he switched hands, it just kind of fell out of his hand. Now 3rd and 15. Defense. Come on, defense. Steelers are showing 4. They bring 4. Goff gets rid of it. It is caught for a very short gain. That is Eccles on the tackle. And the Lions get another 3 and out. Let's go, man. But the offense has to start moving the ball now. They were moving the ball a little bit. The first 2 drives, even though the other one kind of stalled out, they haven't really done much since. Not a bad play calling, too. And this punt is a good one. Looks like there's going to be a penalty, though. Come on, man. Special teams, what's going on? Well, it was fair call at the 30, but it's going to be coming back for sure. The most obvious holding penalty, too. He completely brought him down to the ground. I don't know if there was a flop, but it doesn't get much more obvious than that. This Steelers team, man, they need to open up the playbook. I don't know why they're playing so conservative, throwing right at the line of scrimmage most of their plays. I don't get it. I don't understand it. They're playing like they have a undrafted rookie quarterback getting his first start or something. Makes no sense. I understand you want to run the football. I understand you want to use your 2 backs, but that doesn't mean that you just throw screen passes too. I don't know. It's a head scratcher that they're doing that. But Sunday night football tonight means a lot for the Steelers. Ravens at the Patriots, I believe. No, it's Ravens versus Patriots. I don't know where it's at, if it's in Baltimore, if it's in New England. Regardless, that is a huge game for the Steelers. Because technically this game, I don't think it holds that much weight unless the Ravens lose the next 2. But say that the Steelers win and the Ravens win, then it's the next 2 weeks that really matter. Or if the Ravens lose and the Steelers lose, then it's the next 2 weeks that matter, I believe. But if the Ravens lose the next 2 weeks, then they're out. As long as the Steelers can handle their business against the Browns. I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty likely, man. The Ravens have to play the Patriots, who, yeah, they took a loss last week, but they're a really good football team. And then the Green Bay Packers, another team that took an L last night, but even without Micah Parsons and a few of their missing pieces, they still played a really good game. Johnny Smith moving around. Jalen Warren in the backfield. Adam Thielen at the top of the screen. Pitch play to Warren. Gets to the outside, gets a stiff arm, and doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. About half a yard behind it. All right, Jacksonville and Denver having a little back and forth there. Maybe Jacksonville's legit. Not expecting that out of Jacksonville. Oh, they clinch a playoff berth with a win and a Houston loss. Okay, I thought they just clinched a playoff berth with a win. Well, I don't think Houston's losing today. Rodgers does a little pump fake, then does another screen pass to Jaylen Warren. He's able to make a move, still on his feet and tackled for a solid gain. But again, like, what? A screen here and there is fine, but eventually the defense is going to expect it. And when a defense is expecting a screen, usually that doesn't work. Now 3rd and 4. Steelers 2 for 5 on third down conversions. Gosh, if they throw at the line of scrimmage here, man. Rodgers gets pressured and gets sacked. Hutchinson once again with another sack, his second of the day. Now it's the offense that's looking bad. He got past 2. He just more kind of fell on him, but he still takes credit for the sack because he was the guy to touch him going down. So all right, Wayman with another punt, his 3rd consecutive punt. And this time it's going to be returnable. And he's turning up the field and gets tackled at the 38-yard line. This offense is not very fun to watch right now. But hey, if we're gonna have a defensive matchup, I don't mind that one bit. But it's gonna be the Steelers defense that's gonna have to keep them in the game. That's definitely what it's looking like right now. Steelers offense has shown not much. And I guess neither have the Lions, but at least the Lions, I guess they've looked better. They're just more out of sync right now. The Lions offense is kind of playing a little bit sloppy. As for the Steelers offense, they just can't move the ball. So there's a little bit of a difference there. But I guess tonight I have to root for the Patriots, right? It's not something I enjoy doing. And if the Steelers do make the playoffs, I am hoping that they get that Monday Night Football game. Not that I want them to play on Monday night, but that's the only chance that they have to win a playoff game. Because they have that record. They have that streak on Monday night at home. It's a weird statistic, but it's a statistic, and it is real. It also depends on who they play. I'm not sure how significant the Josh Allen injury was. Might as well look it up right now. Okay, he did return to the game, so that's. I wasn't able to watch the whole Browns and Bills game. Okay. So Lions are actually starting in decent-ish field position. Goff is going to throw it, and that's going to be a first down Detroit. Very easy first down. Very quick play. All right, they have Gibbs in there as a receiver. Looks like St. Brown is beside him. And he's going to look Gibbs' way. This time he makes a catch. Does a spin move. Still on his feet. Gets the first down. I'm noticing a shift here, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this. Detroit now at the 35. Goff by himself in shotgun. He takes a snap. He's looking. It is caught once again by Williams. And Eccles is on the ground. That's not good. Damn it, Eccles is on the ground. I believe Eccles was undrafted too. And he's turned into one of the Steelers' best corners on the season. I mean, honestly, it might have been Pierre that's been the best this season. I know Joey Porter's been up there too. It's just tough, man, because with Porter, it's the injuries, the penalties. Pierre didn't really pull that many penalties as far as when he was playing. I mean, Porter does have more snaps, I believe, than Pierre. Just depends, man. I don't think we're going to see Ramsey back as a corner. Nor would I want that to happen, especially when you got the corners playing the way that they've been playing. And Ramsey looks like he's playing better as a safety. But damn, man, we're well into this game, and we still haven't had a light show. And this is the last game before Christmas, man. We haven't gotten close. We haven't even gotten into the red zone. The reason why the Steelers have points on the board is from a 59-yard field goal. So it has been a very rough first half for the Steelers offense. They're showing a lot of commercials here. Oh, Jacksonville got the ball back up 14-10. Looks like they're going to score a field goal before the half ends. Yeah, look at that. Detroit almost has 140 total yards. Steelers only have under 70. Receiver in motion. They give it to Gibbs, and he tries to fight for the first down. He is just short. What the hell? What the hell was that? DK? Gibbs gets a first down pretty easily, but the league is going to take action after that. What? So I guess there was a fan heckling DK, whatever. and then DK puts his hands on him. That's not a good look. I mean, that's definitely at least a fine. At least. Worst case scenario, he's suspended for a game or two. Which can't be happening at this point in the season. That can't be happening. Come on, man. I'm actually surprised they showed that on the broadcast. I don't know if that was fake hair or real hair, but it was blue hair, and he was like pulling on it. You just gotta have tunnel vision on the field, man, on the sideline. Hey, man, do the Saints have their guy at the quarterback spot? That guy Schuff has been playing some all right football. And the Saints are a mess, too. They're still a mess. They've been a mess for really since Breeze retired and Peyton left. All right, so this is going to be the first play out of the 2-minute warning. Lions 148 total yards to the Steelers 68. First and 10 for the Lions from the 20.5-yard line. Throws it end zone, and it is caught. Oh, what a catch by Tesla. And we get our first touchdown of the game. Unfortunately, it's from Detroit. But you can't hate on that. He got hit stick when he caught the ball and hung on to that. Damn, how did he hang on to that ball? Extra point from the left hash is good. It is 10-3 Detroit, 1:55 left in the second quarter. Steelers do have 2 timeouts, and they will get the ball after halftime. You got to get something happening here, though. It's been a terrible first half offensively. Defense is doing their job. It was a good drive from Detroit. That was a tough throw to make too by Goff on the touchdown. But I'm not sure what exactly what is going on. What's taking so long? Okay, there you go. Can't be the weather. All right, the kick is off and it bounces and rolls and it's touched back in the end zone by Warren. Okay. They're going to talk about the DK situation. Hey, he even threw a punch, man. DK's out on the field, which. All right, man. Let's see. From the 20. Detroit brings 4. It's a play action. Rodgers gets it, tries to get it out to DK. Incomplete. You know, Pickens and DK do have some things in common. That's for sure. I mean, Metcalf in this game, one reception for 5 yards. Second down after that, incomplete. Rodgers takes it. He's going to throw it laser. Incomplete. Looking for Metcalf right there, and that was definitely a catchable one. I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Metcalf right now. He doesn't seem locked in. Crowd getting into it over there in Detroit. 3rd and 10. Steelers offense has shown precious little in this second quarter. Rodgers dropping back. Pressure's coming. He avoids the pressure. Gets it out to Freiermuth. Freiermuth gets the first down and gets tackled out of bounds. There we go. Here's some moose over there. Good play by Aaron. Still not knowing why we're throwing so far behind the sticks, but that was really the only play he had. So in that situation, I understand because that's literally the only person that was open. Very slow snap. He takes it and gets it out to Muth once again. That time for about 7. And they're going to go no huddle here. Not going to take a timeout. They're not in too much of a hurry here. It is a no huddle, but they kind of took their time. They're still getting set. Okay, now they're set. Rodgers gets it. He's going to throw it. That pass is caught by Metcalf for a first down. Flag is thrown seconds after that play. It was pass interference on DK. Dude. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Fine. Yeah, that was pass interference, I guess. Lions, on the other hand, are playing a clean game so far. Now that sends the Steelers back 2nd and 14. That really hurts them, especially after taking their time. And he gets it out to Gainwell for another short gain. It looks like he was tackled inbounds. They have 2 timeouts that they could use. They're not using them. And the clock is really running down. Now under 50 seconds. And by the time they get the snap off, it's going to be under 40 seconds. I'm not sure what this clock management is. Now they take a timeout. Oh, Detroit took a timeout, so now they're actually helping out the Steelers in that situation. I don't know what's up with the clock management here. The Steelers offense is kind of all over the place right now, man. Rodgers in this game already has more incompletions than he did all last game against the Dolphins. Rodgers takes it, dropping back, throws it middle of the field. That is caught by Adam Thielen for a first down. Now you got to take a timeout. I don't know why we're letting the clock run. Okay, looks like they do take the timeout. Okay, they move the game clock back to 33 seconds. Because on the screen, the clock was just continuing to roll. And Rodgers still can throw a Hail Mary like that, man. He still has the arm, that's for sure. But you don't want to have to rely on a Hail Mary. There's still more than enough time to at least get into field goal range here. They're not too far off from it. Aaron going to throw a floater to Metcalf, and that looks like that was just miscommunication there. There is something off about the offense right now. But all right, I mean, that play in particular doesn't necessarily hurt the Steelers offense too much. 30 seconds left. Steelers still have that one timeout. They're probably about 15 to 20 yards away from field goal range. Aaron going to throw it middle of the field. Incomplete. He was looking for Jonnu Smith on that one. We're just throwing a lot of short passes here. We love us some short passes. They get the snap off quickly. Rodgers going to throw middle of the field. Caught by Adam Thielen for a first down. There was a flag. I'm not sure if that was in the backfield or not. But they got that play off really quick. And that was 12 men on the field, I believe. Well, the penalty was declined. I'm not too sure what the penalty was on, but it was declined. Adam Thielen getting himself some receptions here in this game. And with that penalty, the clock stops. 17 seconds. They are a few yards away from field goal range. Probably expecting a short pass towards the sideline here. No, they're going to take a shot, and it is incomplete. He was looking for MVS there. Damn. I would say just do a little short pass just so that you know you're in field goal range. And then if you have enough time, then that's when you take a shot downfield. Or at least try. With 11 seconds, you might be able to have that luxury still. It's going to be tough, though. But you're going to have to get the ball off very quick. Gainwell moves in as a receiver. Rodgers is looking. He's going to throw it, and that is flag. That's PI. Oh, it's caught. And he runs into the end zone. I think he was down, though. It all depends on when he got the possession of the ball. But he wound up with the football and ran into the end zone. He's over there celebrating. And nobody knows what happened. Referees are talking it over. Gainwell did end up with the ball in his hands. Let's see this replay here. He caught that ball. That's not an incomplete pass. He caught that ball. That ball did not hit the ground. It hit his arm. It hit his forearm. That was pass interference no matter what. But that ball never hit the ground. Rolling on the field is now a catch. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. He wasn't touched. Let's see this replay. Definitely defensive pass interference. He's not touched. That's a touchdown. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And you know what that means? You know what that means. Let's turn it up. If I can get the light on here. Uh-oh. The light's not on. Oh, dang. I think we ran out of lights here. Well, we got the lights on here. All right. What a play by Kenneth Gainwell there. So that was defensive pass interference without a doubt. The defender brings Kenny G down. Extra point is up, and that is good. Tie game here. 2 seconds left in the second half. Insane catch, man. That takes a lot of concentration to make a catch like that. Extreme concentration. That reminds me of the Jermaine Kearse catch that happened in the Super Bowl that is forgotten because the Seahawks lost that game. That was a crazy catch as well. In real time, it looked like an incomplete for sure. It was crazy. Now I'm trying to test out this beanie over here. Don't tell me I ran out of lights, man. I guess last week really took a toll on it. Well, I know it runs on batteries, so I'm not exactly sure what type of batteries, but oh well. We have this at least, you know. That catch took luck. It took concentration. And knowing that you weren't touched when you got possession of the ball, because he got possession of the ball when he was on the ground. Boswell with the kickoff, and it is going to go deep into the end zone. And they take a knee for a touchback. And especially for a running back to make a catch like that, man. And Detroit does have it from the 35. They're going to take a knee. And that's going to do it for this first half. And I'm going to say this. Detroit was in control of that second quarter. But the Steelers were able to get a crazy touchdown to end the half. And we have a tie ball game here. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. All right, we are back up in here. Man, so the beanie finally ran out of battery, huh? Man, I've had it for a few years, for 5 years or so, so I guess that makes sense. That it finally did. We used it a lot last week. But it runs off of battery, so it should be fine. Should be good for next year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the light show next week. Okay, let's break down some of these games that we had this week, man. So we got to start from the top, that being the Thursday night football game that went into overtime. Seattle beat the Rams 38-37. This went into overtime. The Rams went down the field, scored a touchdown with the extra point. Seattle went down the field as well, scored a touchdown. They played for the win and went forward on the 2-point try and got it. That was an insane game. Of course, with the overtime rules that we have now, that wouldn't have been possible a few years ago. So I like the overtime rules. It's just when it's a 10-minute quarter, it's going to be tough not to get ties, you know? But hey, that was a 5-star game there. Then the first game yesterday between the Eagles and the Commanders, it was a football game, you know, a 29-18. Not really sure what else there was to expect. Eagles did their thing. They clinched the NFC East, so they'll be in the postseason and host a playoff game. Then last night's game between the Packers and the Bears, that rivalry, well, let's be real, it wasn't a rivalry for a long time. That rivalry seems like it's finally back. And Chicago able to get their biggest regular season win in a long, long time. And for it to be a walk-off touchdown, another 5-star game there. Very different, more of a defensive game, but it was a classic game. Then you had the Chargers beat the Cowboys 34-17. Chargers did what they were supposed to over there in Jerry's World, handled business. They have more business to take care of this season. For the Cowboys, they're not playing for anything. So, yeah, if anything, this kind of helps the Cowboys to lose, I guess. Vikings beat the Giants 16-13. Giants still kind of in tank mode. Now, they don't need the first overall pick since they already have their quarterback, but it would be beneficial to get the first overall pick because there's going to be a team that is going to want the quarterback at number 1. And they could potentially get maybe a few first rounders. They will get some draft capital, the Giants will, if they have that first overall pick. So that would benefit the Giants there. Bengals beat the Dolphins 45-21. Quinn Ewers got his first career start. I did watch a little bit of it, but I guess the Bengals ran away with it in the second half. And still interested to see what the Bengals decide to do with the whole Joe Burrow situation. They'll probably keep him, man. I don't know. And things that come out saying that the Dolphins in 2020, before the draft, they wanted to get Joe Burrow from the Bengals because I think the Bengals had the first overall pick that season. And they wanted him they were going to give up 4 first-round picks. 4. I've never seen that amount of draft picks for a single player, and all of them being first-round draft picks just for Joe Burrow. That Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback, right? When he's at his best, on his A game, he's an elite quarterback. I think that would have set the Dolphins organization back a lot 4 first rounders, man. Then you had the Panthers upsetting the Buccaneers. In my eyes, Tampa Bay is just on a tough stretch right now. Maybe they're not making the playoffs. Maybe it's the Panthers here to win the South. Got them 23-20, although I do think the Panthers are first-round exits if they do make the postseason. Looks like they're going to be playing a team like the Rams or the Niners or Seattle. It just kind of depends. I don't favor them against any one of those teams. Then you got the Saints beating the Jets 29-6. Not really much to say about that one, right? Other than the Saints dominated. Schuff doing his thing, right? Jets are just terrible. Bills beat the Browns 23-20. Let's see what the Browns decided to do with Shedeur Sanders. He's actually not doing too bad. I think he is starting to prove himself a little bit. There's room for him in the NFL. That's what he's proven. They're stuck with Deshaun Watson unless they decide to release him, which it's a lose-lose situation for the Browns with the whole Deshaun Watson situation. He's barely even played for the Browns, and they're paying him all this money to not even play. We'll see what happens with the Browns. For Shedeur's sake, man, hopefully he gets traded. Okay. Then the Titans beat the Chiefs 26-9. Interesting. Chiefs are just a mess right now, especially after they got kicked out of the playoffs. Maybe they're just playing for nothing. I don't know. I believe Gardner Minshew had the start today. Jaguars at Broncos is a tie game 17-17. Under 10 minutes left to go in that third quarter. Falcons Cardinals also tied up at 16-16. Raiders and Texans. Texans are up 13-7 at halftime. Then you have the two primetime matchups. One of them tonight on Sunday Night Football between the Patriots and the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. I favor the Patriots, although Baltimore isn't the easiest place to play. Again, not the same Baltimore Ravens team. I'm pulling for you, Patriots. I kind of need you to win this one. All right? So Drake may make it happen. And the Niners and Colts, I got the Niners winning that game. I don't think it's going to be a very I'm not sure how that game's going to be, man. It might be a little bit of a snooze fest, maybe. It's just a particular matchup. I don't know. I'm not very. I don't. I feel like Phillip Rivers is going to have a hard time against Robert Saleh's defense. Because the Niners' defense has been significantly better with Robert Saleh. Apparently, a lot of people are watching that new SpongeBob movie. Okay, but the players are walking out for the second half, man. If I'm the coach here, man, the Steelers need to figure something out, man. They got to focus. You know, they got to have that focus there. I'm seeing the front of the defense. I'm seeing the focus in the defense. Offense, I don't see it. Not right now at least. But the third quarter is coming up. Rodgers frustrated. DK obviously kind of all over the place right now. Although Kenny G's the one guy that's been balling so far. Warren himself hasn't necessarily been able to get too much separation. But it's that one crazy catch that's the reason why this is a tie game right now. Yeah, okay, they're showing the Ford commercial a lot here. I guess because they're playing the Lions, I guess. Okay, looks like we're going to get started here. You know, I wonder if the Steelers are going to have any international games next season. If they're going to make the trip to Ireland a annual thing, or maybe maybe the NFL decides to take them to Mexico next season. I don't know. Steelers have a big fan base, obviously in Ireland and in Mexico as well. I think it'd be cool. I wasn't keeping tabs on it too much, but was there a game in Mexico City this season? I don't think so, right? All right, second half is underway, and the Steelers will be getting the ball first. And a return at the 10. Jaylen Warren gets it down at the 32-ish. All right, we need to see something out of this offense. This is one of the few times where I hear Campbell during the game still have his voice. Usually he loses his voice by halftime. First down from the 31. They give it. Jaylen Warren has an open field a little bit and gets tackled at around the 37. Offensive line was able to create some separation for Warren. The Steelers' rushing attack has been better than the Lions' rushing attack to this point in the game. 2nd and 5 for the Steelers. They're going to run it once again. Jaylen Warren still on his feet, and the whistles are blown. Oh, now he's brought down. So it'll be 3rd and short. And they're comparing Aaron Rodgers' stats to Jared Goff's stats. They're identical. Third and 2 for the Steelers. Come on, we need to make something happen on this drive, even if it's just a field goal. Rodgers looking, he's going to throw it, and it is caught. DK Metcalf tries to break a tackle. But Seen was able to make a nice tackle there. All right. That was DK's second reception of the game. He's had 7 targets in this one. Rodgers by himself. You got Freiermuth and Washington here on this play. Rodgers is going to throw it just straight out of bounds. Rodgers doesn't look happy about something. I mean, clearly something was off when he just threw it. All right, 2nd and 10. Steelers at midfield. They have to get the playoff. They do right at 1. Rodgers throws it incomplete through Gainwell's hands there. And I don't know what it is. We've seen that a lot in this game from both sides. Just passes going right through receivers' hands. Oddly enough, it seems like Thielen's been the most reliable receiver in this game. I mean, outside of Kenny G, right? Lions bring 4. Rodgers gets it out to Adam Thielen once again for a first down. I don't know what it is. Thielen out here making plays. Thielen went 49 yards in this game. First down, gives it Warren. Gets some blocks, breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. Gets a stiff arm and is down at the 11. Good, strong run from Jaylen Warren there. Finally able to break off a big run. Let's go. It's third quarter, baby. That's our quarter. Third quarter's our quarter. Let's go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Steelers in the red zone for the first time, I believe. Rodgers drops back, looking for something, scrambling. He's going to take it himself and run out of bounds at the 10. Rodgers with a little bit of chirp in there. He was looking towards Metcalf's way as soon as he got the ball, but he was covered. This drive, very balanced, 4 running plays, 4 passing plays for 60 yards. Fakes the handoff to Warren, then passes it to Darnell Washington, and he's able... Oh, did he fumble the ball? He did lose the ball, but they're going to say he was down. Now, we are going to have to see this replay. Yeah, he was down. Oh, run the play, run the play, run the play. They're not set at the line, and Darnell Washington was not set. And now challenge flag is thrown. Yeah, that's a fumble. Come on, man. Hurry up to the line. What are we doing, man? Washington never got set. It looks like a fumble. Wow. Wow. What's worse about that is Washington lost the football. Rodgers is trying to get the playoff, and then the one guy that is set is Washington. So 2 not so good plays from Darnell. And that was their best looking drive. Oh, they're promoting the Christmas games. Oh, we got to watch Bo Nix versus Gardner Minshew on Christmas night. Which I guess they're just putting the Chiefs on Christmas Day now. I don't know. I don't really know why. I know when the NFL first started the Christmas games as like more of I guess tradition, the Steelers played those first 2 seasons on Christmas. But I mean, back then it was a completely different team. They were very fun to watch back then. I'm not too sure about the last few seasons. Yep, call was overturned. First down Detroit from the 3-yard line. First and 10, fakes the handoff to Gibbs. Goff's gonna have to get rid of it. He throws it out of bounds. Williams was the only receiver around. Not sure why they decided to throw the football there. Looks like they might throw the ball again. In shotgun, too. I'm not really. I don't know about these play calls for Detroit. It's very risky. Steelers bring 4. He's going to have to get rid of it once again. He gets it out to Gibbs. And he gets spun out of bounds at the 10. I mean, it wasn't a heavy. I'm sorry, he was thrown out at the 5. It wasn't a heavy blitz or anything like that, but the Steelers line was able to break through the pressure. All right, 3rd and 8 from the 5. If the Steelers defense can get a 3 and out here, that's great. Goff drops back. Pressure comes. That's a safety. That is a safety. And the Steelers take the lead. That is Duggar on the sack. Nice, man. Way to back up your offense, defense. I'm not sure what Detroit was doing play calling wise. They were too comfortable throwing the ball in their own end zone. That deserves a little something, doesn't it? Yeah. A little bit of a light show. Let's go. Okay, so now that's going to be a punt or free kick. I'm not sure what they called it after a safety. Oh, Jacksonville breaking away a little bit, 31-17 over Denver at the Mile High. But if you're throwing in your own end zone, man, you just got to get rid of it quick. in that situation, you can't just stand there, and move around in the end zone, because then you're leaving yourself vulnerable for a safety like that. All right, the kick by Bates, and it is going to be returned by Kenny G, and he is tackled at the 32. Yeah, okay, they were put in a tough spot with that turnover no matter what. The play calling there wasn't good. They decided to go pass in that situation. The first play, you typically got to get a run play. If you get a few yards, then you might decide to pass. But what they were trying to do, that was a good play calling. But now the Steelers have a chance to make it a 2-possession game here if they could get into the end zone. Run by Warren, runs into a wall, able to break out of it, then runs into another wall. That's going to be a loss of about a yard or half a yard or so. Okay, wait, what is going on? Uh-oh. Raiders are up 14-13 in Houston. All right, 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh at their 31. Rodgers dropping back. He's going to throw it. Kenny G gets the first down, has more space and more. Runs out of bounds at midfield. And if there is an MVP in it for this Steelers offense this season, Kenny G is at the top of the list. There's not many other people that I would put ahead of Kenny G, if even one, as far as the biggest piece offensively. DK's had a few games here and there when he went off, but Gainwell's been the most consistent. Bootleg Rodgers. He's going to throw deep down the field. He has a man open, and it's dropped. Out of the hands of MVS. Oh, they knew they should have had that one. Damn. He had him beat. MVS had a dive for it. Damn, that was a freaking long throw. Both of them made the same expression. Fryermuth thought that was a touchdown. And MVS is walking into the blue tent after that. What do we think? We're giving it to Adam Thielen here. All right, they give it to Kenny G. And he might have gotten half a yard pass on the play, maybe. Man, I'm telling you, Steelers got to capitalize on this. They do have some form of momentum here. 3rd and 9. Aaron pump fakes, avoiding the pressure. He's going to take it himself. Oh, he is about a yard short of the first down. Rodgers showing off the escapability. He looked like he wanted to throw it deep. Offense still out there. Oh, 4th and 2. Okay, not a generous spot. 4th and 2. Are they going to go for it here? They're in shotgun. Lions take a timeout. I thought Rodgers was a yard short unless his knee went down before his body extended, I guess. This is the game we needed, man, for the Steelers to be able to win this type of game. But the Steelers have to capitalize on these moments here. Fourth and 2. Steelers 7 for 11 on 4th and shorts this season. They motion out Gainwell. Rodgers is looking. He's going to throw it. Pass is caught. First down. That is Scotty Miller. And we are moving those chains. Let's go. I'm liking this. There's a slow pace, just straight controlling the possession. Toss play to Warren. He's going to cut to the inside. He's going to attempt to break a tackle, but the defender gets more help, and they're able to bring him down. Okay, Raiders have the lead and the football, man. All right, one in the backfield again. Thielen motioning around. Looks like the play might have changed. Let's see. It's a give to Warren. Got maybe 3. So it's going to be another 3rd and short for Pittsburgh. I'm really liking this drive. That Detroit crowd trying to get into it, man. Miller's moving around. Rodgers takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to throw to Miller, and it is hauled in for another first down. Scotty Miller with 2 big-time catches there. That's 1. That's 2. That's a grab. Now the Steelers are going to hurry up to the line. I mean, I don't think they need to. I think that was a pretty convincing enough catch. They're going to give it to Miller once again, and this time it's a bit of a shorter gain, but they're still gaining yards. That's what matters here. Every play, they're putting up some yardage. Second and 7. Under 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Warren gets it, gets some space, and gets about 5 on the second down play. You guys don't know how much I'm liking this drive right now. Controlled pace. They're now in the red zone. 3rd and 2, shotgun. They give it to Warren. Warren tries to get to the first down, and he is going to be inches short. We're going to do that tush push. I think it's tush push time here. Here we go. Connor Hayward, tush push time. Oh, no, they're going to hand it off to Gainwell. Gainwell makes a move and gets the first down. Tackled inside the 5. They faked the tush push. Even Rodgers moving around a little bit. That's the first time Rodgers moves around in that formation. Steelers get creative there offensively. And that's big play Kenny G. Doing it once again. Steelers over 7 minutes in this drive. Darnell in motion. Fakes the handoff. Has some time. Now pressure's coming. Rodgers is just going to throw it to the crowd. Incomplete. Flag is thrown. It is caught by a fan. Offside on the offense. All right, come on, man. We can't be making these mistakes when this drive is great, man. Except for that penalty. And I'm going to be honest with you on that fake tush push. It would have been tough. I don't know if they would have gotten it, man. That would have been tough. Okay. 1st and goal from the 8. Bit of delay handoff to Warren. And he's able to get back inside the 5. Probably at around the 3 or 4. So still very much manageable for the next 2 plays. Maybe 3. I don't think the Steelers would have a problem with going for it on 4th and goal. How did we get here to a 12-10 score? Steelers were able to get a safety. And since then, the Steelers have had the ball, and it's been this drive for the majority of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers gets a snap. Pocket collapse, and he throws it in the end zone. Wide open. DK Metcalf caught for the touchdown. Although there is a flag on the play. And it looks like it's going to be on Darnell. Okay, now we're just costing ourselves with these penalties. I mean, that wasn't even necessary, man. He was going to get open anyways. That's more of an unnecessary penalty to have, man. Metcalf had him beat regardless. So now that pushes the Steelers back again. It looked like a basketball screen that happened in the end zone. Just with the way Washington was standing, he was kind of like this. All right, so the Steelers get brought back once again. Now they're at the 14, 2nd and goal. Aaron scrabbling. He's going to throw it Kenny G. They get it to the 7. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal. I mean, they've had the ball for such a long time, man. It will suck if they only get 3 out of this. He had a tiny bit of a push after the play, but yeah. And we talk a lot about how the Steelers struggle with time of possession. This is one great drive, and the play clock runs down, and the Steelers call a timeout. 8.5-minute drive. Damn. Steelers have the Lions don't even have a minute of possession time in this quarter. Detroit -3 yards in this game. Rodgers yelling at somebody. Okay, they're saying it's over a 9-minute drive. 3rd and goal. 3rd quarter, 26 seconds left. Steelers have it at the 7. They do have DK one-on-one, but I think he's going to get help from the safety. They get the snap off. Rodgers is going to quick pass it to Warren. What? He's tackled out the. That's the play that we decide upon? All right, well, that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 2 total points in that quarter. So it definitely wasn't the prettiest, definitely wasn't the cleanest for the Steelers, but they were able to outscore Detroit. Defensively, they are showing up. Offense is struggling. They're shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties. They probably should have had a touchdown in this drive already. Now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5. They're probably going to settle for the field goal. Look at a bad play call. Not only that, you take a timeout just to throw the ball right by the line of scrimmage. Like, what? They didn't even try to take a shot into the end zone. And for a drive that was almost 10 minutes long, they're probably going to have to settle for 3. Because 5 yards to go for it on 4th and goal. I mean, I'm not opposed for going for it, but that's 5 yards to gain, though. And what are we going to do? We're going to throw it at the line? They've done that so much in this game. In this situation, though, they would be pinned back if you don't get it at the very least. I mean, let's see. Let's see what they decide to do. You are going up against Dan Gamble. Steelers have been gambling themselves in this game a little bit. That fake tush push was a good play. It is nighttime over there in Detroit. And they're going to go for a field goal. Maybe they fake. Maybe they fake it. I'm saying it in a low tone because I don't want the Lions to hear it. From the right hash, it is not a fake, and the kick is up and through the uprights and good. I'm not going to lie, that's a little bit of a disappointing end to a drive of that caliber. But nonetheless, Steelers up 15-10. That was a disappointing way to end the drive. So what are we thinking? How are we feeling? We have a 5-point lead. The whole fourth quarter is ahead of us. That was what, like a 3-second play? Defense just has to continue to play the way they've been playing. Offensively, they're not capitalizing enough. I don't know. I mean, shout out to the defense, man. They're the reason why the Steelers are winning this game. But this was not the type of game I was expecting this week. I was expecting the Steelers to be playing catch up most of this game. But no. This is a Pittsburgh Steelers game. And the Steelers have made it to where the Lions are going to have to beat the Steelers at playing their game. I'm very impressed on how the Steelers defense has been able to stop Montgomery and Gibbs so far. That's arguably the best 1-2 punch in the league. I would say that is the best 1-2 punch in the league. And they have been shut down. It's even better to see it since the Steelers' rush defense has been struggling all year. Guys, I think I'm getting some hope, man. I think I'm gaining some hope. But this game isn't over. It's not over. All right. But this is definitely a winnable game right now. Boswell with the kickoff. Line drive returned at the 1. He turns it up past the 25. And it is tackled at the 30. Flag is thrown. That's going to be holding on Detroit, seemingly. Bring it back. Bring it back. Let's go. Okay. Come on, defense. Because of who they're playing, this is probably the most impressive game that the Steelers have played to this point. But again, still got the fourth quarter. So far this half, the Steelers have had 25 drives to Detroit's 3. Play action. Goff is pressured. Ramsey in the mix. It is incomplete. Clark had a shot at getting that in for an interception. That would have been a tough play to get, though. Jalen Ramsey with the speed to get into the backfield like that. Goff underthrowing it to the Steelers defender. 2nd and 10. Gibbs in the backfield. Just standing straight up. Flag is thrown. Tell me that is false start. We're going back. Let's go. Come on. Come on. All right. 14:44 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be second and long for Detroit. They're inside their 10-yard line. So far in this half, they've had -3 yards. In the first half, they had 167. Goff in shotgun. He takes a snap. Three-man rush. It is incomplete. Williams could not hold on to it. JPJ was on the coverage. Okay, Houston finally took the lead back. Okay. That's good to see, right? He just threw it too far to the right. 3rd and 15 here. You got to get this stop, defense. Come on, defense. Come on. Detroit's 1 for 5 in third downs, 8 or plus yards. He's throwing it from his own end zone down the field, and it is almost intercepted again. Oh, man. Clark had 2 shots in this drive to get an interception, but it is incomplete. Detroit is booing the offense right now. Oh, he should have had that one. That one was much more catchable. It's a 3-and-out for the Lions. Steelers, we have to close this out. Offense, you got to close the show. Come on, man. Fair catch is signaled and caught at the 37. Come on, man. We're in a fight. Let's go. I'm just happy to be in the game, you know? But if we win, damn. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. All right, let's go. We're hyped up in here, man. We are hyped up in here. Got a 5-point lead, got the football. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, that Christmas slate of football is the Lakers play on Christmas, so that's in the evening. Ball control. Come on, guys. Steelers starting to drive at the 39. Kenny G in the backfield. MVS back in the game. He's in motion. They give it. Kenny G. He gains a quality gain. Nothing too crazy, but got 5. All right, Kenny G still in the game. Rodgers takes a snap. He's going to throw it. MVS caught. First down, Steelers. As hey, clock's still rolling. That's what matters, man. Clock is still rolling. Steelers have it at the 50. Third and 10, or first and 10. Steelers this drive have 8, I believe, first downs to Detroit's 0. Fakes the handoff, gives it out to Metcalf. Metcalf makes a move, and he's still fighting, and he's tackled at the 45. None of these plays are big time yardage gains, but they're getting yards. That is what matters. If you continue to get 3, 4, 5 yards every play, that's just straight tearing down the opposing defense. And this is honestly kind of great to see. They get the playoff at 1. Toss play to Warren. He gets the first down. He breaks free, and he is going to go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. There are no flags, so it's going to stand. Jaylen Warren finally breaks off a big-time touchdown. And we have a 2-possession lead, baby. Good blocks up front. Good run from Jaylen Warren. We get this light show, baby. There's still a lot of time, though. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself. Extra point from Boswell is up, and it is right down Broadway. And the Steelers are up 22-10. 12:23 left in the fourth quarter. We have a 12-point lead. Let's go. This thing's still on, by the way. Okay, there we go. How are we feeling? I don't know the last time I've been this pumped watching a game, but I am fired up, man. Defense just got to keep doing what they're doing. You know what? Let's check the rest of these scores, man. Okay, so Houston has a 2-point lead against the Raiders, 16-14. Falcons are ahead of the Cardinals in the toaster, 26-16. Jaguars look like they're going to win that game in the Mile High. They have the lead 34-20 with the football. And that's all we got right now. Yeah, this drive for the Lions is huge. They have to make it a short drive. If they do go down the field and score, they're going to have to try to make it short. But don't play soft defense. Detroit's still in this game. Steelers have all the momentum. Don't get me wrong, but the Lions are still very much in this game, and they still have a shot to win this game. So don't play soft defense here. Okay? Keep the pressure on. Mason Rudolph with the stash on the sideline. All right, kickoff is off and away. And it's another good kick from Boswell, returned at the 2, and it is ran back at the 26. Yeah. It's a 2-touchdown game. Okay, 12-18 left in the fourth quarter. Steelers up by 12. Goff fakes the handoff. Pressure comes once again. It is thrown to the ground, incomplete. Oh, come on. Crowd is silent. The crowd is stunned over there in Detroit right now. 2nd and 10. He has a running back to his right. That's Gibbs. Goff going to throw it to Gibbs, and he's going to be a few yards short of the sticks. And, don't tell me Joey Porter's injured. Oh, no. At first, it looked like he was favoring his hand. I'm not sure what he's favoring now. Oh, damn. St. Brown with 3 receptions, 30 yards. Williams, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Gibbs, 6 rushes for 5 yards. Where was this team? Where was this team, man, all year? I am stunned. But I'm loving it. I am loving it. That is for sure. Maybe it's the Bradshaw jersey. Maybe it's the Bradshaw jersey. Yeah, man, it's looking like Jacksonville's gonna come up with the win over there. 4.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, up by 2 touchdowns. So oddly enough, the closest game right now is the Texans and the Raiders. Who would have thought that would be the closest game at this time? Maybe early third or early first quarter or something like that. But no, it's a close one. Damn, and I'm telling you, it's been such a disappointing season for the Lions. Like, really disappointing. I think even if they lose this game, they still have a shot, but Green Bay's going to have to lose out, and they're going to have to win out if I'm getting my mathematics right. And we get the Corona commercial. I just have to enjoy it, man. There's no words. Damn, look at all the lights over there in downtown Detroit. You got ice skating outside. I'm probably gonna go ice skating this week. I not that good of an ice skater, but you know, gotta do a little something, I guess. 3rd and 4 for Detroit. If they don't get this, they might go for it on 4th down. More than likely, Goff drops back. He's gonna throw it, and it is gonna be caught. Good grab by Raymond right there as he spins the football on the ground. Porter back in. I mean, it was good defense. It was just a good throw and a good catch by Goff to Raymond. And that is their first down of the whole entire second half. They're now at the 40. Jared's going to throw it. A little bit of a cross route. And Queen tries to rip it out. But he's able to hang on to it. Keep the clock ticking. Keep it ticking. Lions are showing urgency. They get the playoff already. Pressure comes. Pass is caught. And he is spun out of bounds. Does get the first down. But since he was forced out of bounds, the clock is still rolling. Okay, now Houston scored another touchdown. So, no, Arizona scored a field goal. So there's one game that is a single possession. All right, Detroit now officially in the Steelers territory. Fakes the toss. Now is going to throw it. And he has blocks up front. That is Raymond for a first down. And he gets it to around the 35. Dang, that fake toss was, he did that with some intensity. Lions offense averages 30.5 points a game. Tight end in motion. Steelers bring 4. Goff is going to throw it incomplete. St. Brown was juggling. And finally hits the ground. Okay, Houston is having a little bit of not so good of an outing today, but that's a team that I don't want to see in the playoffs. I don't. It doesn't matter what team I'm a fan of. I do not want to see Houston in the playoffs. Goff drops back, throws it, Gibbs is able to bounce off of a defender and get about 9. What's important now is all these catches are inbounds. That is what's making the importance here. And also, Detroit only has 2 timeouts. They had to use one of them earlier in the third quarter. No running play so far on this drive, which isn't surprising. Goff is going to throw it once again, and this time it is short. Looking for Tesla, just couldn't find him. And Goff is looking frustrated. That just wasn't a good throw. Eesh. And it's going to be 4th and 2. Come on. Steelers bring 5, but timeout is called by Pittsburgh. Okay. I was kind of hoping that was from Detroit, but. Yeah. We have 8:45 left in the fourth quarter. This is a big 4th down play for Detroit. Dang, the Broncos lost to the Jaguars. And of course, they're showing the Steelers in the lead of the AFC North because the we the ones in the AFC North. Okay, 4th down. Lions are in shotgun. Let's see how many they rush. They're showing 5. They bring 4. Goff gets it off. It is caught. Raymond gets the touchdown. Lions are right back in it. Okay, let's see this replay here. Raymond just was speeding through. Nobody was quick enough for Raymond. Extra point from the left hash. It's up and good. 22-17, 8:39 left in the 4th quarter. And the Lions, they didn't use too much time on the clock. That is exactly the drive that Detroit needed here. All right, offense. Come on. Close the show, offense. We need another one of those long drives. That would be perfect. That one play did bring back life in Ford Field. That is a little bit concerning. But let's not forget the Steelers were having themselves a good drive. Steelers offense has been playing good as well. But those Lion fans are going to be rowdy when the Steelers offense comes back on the field. And what do I tell you about these defensive type games, man? Sure, everybody loves a high scoring game where both teams get 30 plus points, maybe even 40 plus points. But you gotta love, you gotta appreciate these defensive type games, man. Steelers win, my Niners clinch. Hey, there's a shot. Okay, there's a shot. I'm very surprised right now, man. But there's a shot. And if I'm being real, I think the Niners are going to clinch tomorrow, anyways. Even if the Steelers don't, I think the Niners got. I would like to think the Niners got in the bag tomorrow against Grandpa Rivers. This is a good one, man. Okay, so I think if the Patriots win tonight, now they have home field advantage after the Broncos lost. Okay. Kenny G and Warren waiting the return. This one's a line drive and goes straight into the end zone. Oh, Steelers at the Browns next week. Good chance with, yeah. I'm definitely favoring the Niners there. The Colts are in desperation mode, so them getting Rivers was definitely desperation. And this is what I'm talking about. Detroit is in the game. That crowd is in the game. Come on, Steelers. Come on, offense. We need to close this one out. So we get it from the 35. Smith in the backfield as a running back. Gainwell in motion. They give it to Gainwell. Has a block, have some space, and he gets the first down. Yep, first down, move those chains. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we have seen Smith get a handoff at the running back spot, but they decided to, get a little creative there. A little bit of a jet sweep, huh? Taking a trick out of the Matt Canada playbook. All right, first down, Pittsburgh. At the 45, Rodgers gets the snap. He's going to throw a screen. Kenny G breaks to the outside and gains about 5. And there's a flag on the play, and they might go back. Refs are talking it over. Legal block in the back on Smith. We are killing. Oh my gosh, man. These penalties offensively, man. These penalties offensively. If the Steelers don't win this game, the penalties on the offensive side are very costly. Now it's going to be 1st and 20 instead of 2nd and 5. 7:40 left in the fourth quarter. Steelers up by 5 with the football. Freiermuth in motion. Rodgers gets it. He's going to throw it to Metcalf, and it is caught for a gain of about 19, unless they gave him the first down. I think he was about a yard short, though. It just depends on where they spot him. Oh, no, that's a first down. Yeah, that's a first down. Let's go. Let's go. Metcalf's had himself a bit of an adventurous day. All right, Steelers back in Detroit territory. Handoff. Warren has more space, and he breaks free, and that's going to be another touchdown. Jaylen Warren with another big touchdown, and that silences the crowd in Ford Field. How about it? What a game from this duo, from Kenny G and for Jaylen Warren. One hell of a game for both. Wow. Wow. Steelers up by 11. Boswell with the extra point. Snap is good. And the kick is good. 29-17. Steelers are up. 6:41 left in the fourth. Jaylen Warren, 2 consecutive drives with 2 touchdowns. Both of them were some pretty lengthy ones as well. And this team's actually starting to look like a playoff team. I'm telling you. This offensive line, man. This offensive line took major steps up, especially in this game. And with the Steelers recipe that they have, that travels, man. When you got 2 running backs that are weapons, it you could take that on the road, which is what's happening right now in cold weather. And I don't really know what else to say. Bazo with the kickoff, returned right at the 2, and he's gonna get down at the 32. So 30-yard return. Wow. That might have been it too. I mean, Detroit's going to need some sort of miracle here to win this game. How about the Panthers, man, beating the Bucks? The Panthers probably win that division now. Goff drops back on first down. Flag is thrown. He gets it out to St. Brown for getting him about 8, although there was a flag in the... Oh, that's illegal shift on the offense. Detroit is... Wow. Definitely not a game to brag about for the Lions here. Hey, give that offensive line some... Get them some steaks or something, man. Goff dropping back. He's going to throw it complete to Gibbs. Gibbs trying to make a move past Queen. Now he gets some help from Porter, and he finally gets brought down. Yeah, and you can't be throwing it inbounds like that, especially for a short game like that. They are going no huddle, of course. Goff throwing it, almost intercepted. Clark getting in the middle of that, swatting it down. Up. He was looking for St. Brown. Wow. 7 targets for St. Brown, 3 receptions, 30 yards. Goff, he's going to look to throw. He gets him open. That is a first down for Detroit. So far, Detroit's biggest threat has been Raymond. Williams has been making a few plays here and there. As for that reception, too. Lions trying to make something happen. Goff gets rid of it, throws it, caught middle of the field, first down, gets it out to Williams again. Okay, but if the Lions answer right back, this game isn't over. Lions still in the hurry up. He's going to throw a check down to Gibbs, and he is tackled as soon as he catches it by Duggar. Now we're under 5 minutes left. 2nd and 5. Goff is going to get it to his tight end and is going to get out of bounds for a first down, Detroit. 4:32 left in the 4th. Okay. Lions in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Goff gets pressured. He's going to float it out to Gibbs. Gibbs has some space, and he's going to get tackled inbounds at the 2. And at the Detroit's not going out without a fight. That's something to do. You got to expect Goff rolling out. He's going to throw it, and it is tipped by Ramsey. Incomplete. He was looking for St. Brown again. He was wide open, but Ramsey able to make a good play there. To this point, it's been a very quick drive for Detroit, as is what they need. Lions at the 4, 2nd and goal. St. Brown in motion. Steelers bring some pressure. He's going to get rid of it and is going to get tipped up once again by the Steelers defensive line. What a game for the Steelers defensive line, man. I mean, players have truly stepped up today. Risky play for the Steelers. Very risky play. Luckily, it worked in their favor. 4:15 left in the fourth quarter. Goff drops back. He's going to get it to Gibbs. Wide open. Walks into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Lions still have life. All right, offense. Come on. Yeah, there wasn't really anybody on that side of the field. Extra point for Detroit is up, and it is good. 5-point game once again, 29-24. Here in the fourth. 4:11 left. It's still anybody's game. It's not over. This has been a good one. This has been a really good game. And this is what it's all about, man. December football, close games, meaningful games. We saw it on Thursday night. We definitely saw it last night. Although these two teams aren't in the same conference, these teams are fighting for their playoff hopes. Man, maybe Jacksonville's legit. Maybe they can make a run in the playoffs. Maybe I was wrong. Not only are they going to beat Denver, they're going to beat them by 2 possessions. Unless they score a super late touchdown. All right, yeah. Warren and Kenny G. Let's see who's going to get it. It's going to be Warren. And he's going to get tackled at the 33. I'm going to say it. Hopefully one last time, offense. Close the show. Let's go. Let's get it. Jaylen Warren having his best game of the season. Steelers have over 400 total yards. We don't say that often. Warren in the backfield. Smith in motion. They give it to Smith. Smith has space. He gets the first down and more, and finally brought down. Oh, they're using those end arounds now. The difference is they don't use them every other play like Matt Canada would. So There you go. Steelers once again in Detroit territory. They did not take a timeout, so they're going to try to preserve their timeouts at least. Fakes the handoff to Warren. They're going to throw it here. Short pass to Darnell Washington. Stiff arm, get off of me. Oh, and a truck. And he gets the first down. Darnell Washington. Run after catch. Watch out. Yeah, throws it over Hutchinson. And straight, boom, get off me. No look throw from Aaron. All right, looks like they put Kenny G in now. And Rodgers calls it timeout. That is their last remaining timeout. Huh. Not exactly sure what the problem was. I guess the formation or maybe what he saw from the defense. I don't know. There wasn't a real reason to call a timeout there. Okay, there's 3:12 left in the fourth quarter. Detroit still hasn't used any of their timeouts. They might start using them after this play. All right, Smith in the backfield as a running back once again. Gainwell, this time it is a toss to Smith. And he's able to get about 9. There's a flag, though. Hopefully that's not coming back. It might come back, though. Oh, holding on the defense. Automatic first down. That means we're moving the chains. Let's go. Okay. 3:04. Steelers are in field goal range. That is something worth noting. In the red zone. Rodgers gives it. Kenny G. Oh, nothing up front that time. He was waiting for blocks, but they never came. And Detroit's still preserving their timeouts. I wonder when they're going to start taking them. Usually at this point, a team would take their timeouts. You know, and the time is continuing to tick, so okay, Rodgers looked like he might have switched something up. Toss play, Kenny G gets a short gain. Now looks like Detroit finally calls their second timeout, and they do. It's looking like it. It's looking like the Steelers might win this one, man. They're in the red zone, up by 5. Detroit's having to use their timeouts, but if they get a first down, it's probably going to do it. Which, as a Steeler fan, I'm impressed by what I'm seeing by the Steelers, man. Because it's either decide to pass the ball or just make Detroit. Well, they're probably not going to use their last timeout because they'll probably let it go to the 2-minute warning. So they are in shotgun. Washington moving around. They get the snap off. Lions bring some pressure. Rodgers scrambling around. He's going to throw it towards the end zone. No, he just throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. Okay. So now the Steelers are going to have to settle for a field goal. I feel like a minor earthquake. Is that what I just felt right now? I don't know if I felt that or I'm tripping. It felt like a very small earthquake. Okay. So the Steelers are going to try to make it a 8-point game here with a field goal. Man, another Lion is hurt. I mean, this game has been this fourth quarter at least has been a back and forth matchup here. Steelers had themselves a decent third quarter. I'm only saying decent because offense, they didn't really get anything going, but the defense played great in the third quarter. Then Detroit turned it up. Detroit's offense turned it up. Then the Steelers' offense decided to turn it up. Yeah, probably. Probably. He probably should have just went down. 37-yarder for Boswell. From the right hash. Kick is. Did he miss it? He missed it? Boswell just missed the field goal. It went off the upright. Whoa. This game just took a turn. This game took a major turn after that. Okay, yeah, it wasn't the best snap, I guess. And then it just kind of took a turn. Okay. Lions are going to run the football here to Gibbs. Ramsey gets a stop there, a few yards behind the line of scrimmage. I'm surprised they ran the football there. So I guess that benefits the Steelers a little bit on the defensive side. Now we have the 2-minute warning. 29-24. Steelers up by 5. Detroit has the football. I'll be back in a second. Nervous time here, man. Okay. All right. See, it would have been different if Boswell made that field goal because at the very least, at the very most, I should say the Lions would tie it if everything went right. Now they could take the lead and win the game. Okay. I mean, they did lose a couple yards on first down. Second and 13. Sunday Night Football starts at a weird time. 5:22. Goff drops back. He's going to throw it incomplete. Overthrows his man. And it's going to be 3rd and 13. Come on. Two more stops, Steelers. 2 more stops. It has been such a well-played game from this defense, man. Come on, defense. Come on. 3rd and 13. Steelers bring 4. Goff is going to throw it, and it is caught. Good catch from the tight end right there. And this is the ball game. 4th and short. And Detroit makes their final timeout. 1:39 left in the 4th quarter. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Unless they're reviewing it. Oh, I think they're reviewing it. That's a close play. I think it does hit the ground, but he might have had control of it. Yeah, that's probably a catch. Okay, yeah, they're reviewing this play. I mean, it's worth taking a look, I guess, but he might have. I think that's possession, man. Oh, that's a very, very close one. So at the very end, he does kind of lose a little bit. Ball is on the ground too. Ball does touch the ground too when that happens. Okay, this is a good review time. Because when he's down on the ground, he does get hit. And when he gets hit, the ball moves a tiny bit. But I don't know. Yeah, it stands. Yeah. If it was an incomplete, I think it would have been. If it was called incomplete, I think it would have been incomplete. Since it was called a catch, yeah. That was way too close. Way too close. So Detroit didn't take their timeout. That was just a booth review. Come on, defense. 4th and 2. Game on the line. Clock is ticking. Minute 30 left. St. Brown in motion. Goff gets the snap. He's going to throw it down the field, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. The Steelers are going to win. Oh, flag is thrown. Oh, come on. Flag is thrown. Come on, guys. Come on. pass interference. That gives them the first down. Oh my gosh, this game. Now this game's starting. Lions get a first down after the PI call. Now they're around midfield. Man, they threw like freaking 3 flags on that. $124 left. Goff drops back. He's going to pump fake, and he's going to go down. Don't tell me that's another penalty on the Steelers. Flags are thrown once again. Oh, my gosh. These penalties, man. These penalties are, oh, my goodness, tripping. What the heck, man? Oh, yeah, come on. Okay, the problem is they're not even moving down the field because of their, because the passes. Now it's the penalties, man. The penalties. All right, 1st and 10 once again for the Lions off of a penalty. Goff looking. It is batted down at the line of scrimmage. We've said that a lot this game, so that's good. Okay, come on, defense, man. Oh yeah, that was a forward pass. I was hoping that just got hit out of his hand. Okay, 2nd and 10. 1:14 left in his 4th quarter. Gibbs running around. It's a quick pass. St. Brown has blocks, and he has some space, and he is finally tackled at the 10. You've got to be kidding me, man. You have got to be kidding me. From the 12, 1st and 10, they can still get a first down. Throws it incomplete. You have got to be kidding me. $45 seconds left. Steelers don't have a timeout either. The only team that can stop the clock is Detroit with 1. Play clock is running down. 2 at 1. They hit 0. They got it off in time, and he's gonna take it. First down. You know what? I think it's even worse that they got him tackled, because now the clock's gonna just run. They're taking their time here. They're gonna throw it, end zone, wide open, touchdown, St. Brown. 22 seconds left. You have got to be kidding me, man. Lions take the lead. Flag is thrown. That's after the play, though. Pass interference on the offense. It was on Tesla. Dude, okay, this game, man. This game's freaking. Okay. 22 seconds left. First and goal. Man, from the 11, Lions do have their single timeout. Oh, please tell me that's false start. False start. False start. Come on. False start on Detroit. Wow, this freaking game, man. Okay, pushes them back to the 16-yard line. Still first and goal. Goff gets the snap. He's going to throw it middle of the field to Gibbs, and it is caught. He is down at around the 8-yard line. Clock is still ticking. They still do have their timeout, and they will take it. 13 seconds left on the clock. Okay, 16 seconds. Oh, my gosh. Oh, they're putting that setup right now as the game's going, huh? And that one tie was against the Browns, I think. 16 seconds. Everybody in that stadium is on their feet, as they should be. Doesn't matter if they're a Steeler fan or a Lion fan. Second and goal from the 9. Steelers need a stop here. Goff drops back. 3-man rush. He's scrambling. He's looking. End zone incomplete. Oh, Duggar, man. He could have tried to make a play on it. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Okay, see, yeah, he could have taken it himself, but they don't have any timeouts. He could have gotten a few yards. I don't think he would have gotten into the end zone, but he could have got a few yards. Third and goal, 11 seconds. Goff all by himself. He gets the snap. He has time. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. One play to decide this game. 6 seconds left. Fourth and goal. Tesla could not hang on to the ball. Okay, they put 2 extra seconds on it. Fourth and goal from the 9. Goff gets it. He has time. He's going to throw it, and he is short. He's short. There's a flag. What is the flag on, dude? I don't know what happened. Okay, so it was tossed back to Goff, and he ran in for the touchdown. Steelers defense gave up on the play. I'm confused. Referees are talking it over. A lot of Steelers are off the sideline. Clocks did strike zeros. Referees are talking it over here. There was a flag thrown. We still don't know exactly how the play ended. They're still talking that over. And it is taking a long time. And because I'm not sure if whistles blew or not. And this is a long conversation here. Players are around the field. Referees are trying to figure it out. Referees are talking to players. Everybody awaiting this call. This could... we still don't know exactly what happened. The crowd's liking what they're seeing from Detroit, but we're still awaiting this call. They ruled it a touchdown, but it was pass interference. The game is over. That's it. That is it. It was called a touchdown, but offensive pass interference with no time left, and that is game. Wow. I don't know what the heck just happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, they're showing the replay here. Okay, that probably was pass interference on St. Brown. Possibly. He did push off on Ramsey, that's for sure. Then he makes the catch. So that's offensive pass interference on Ramsey because he shoves him. Then he makes the catch. He's short of the marker. Then tosses it to Jared Goff, and he ran into the end zone. But none of that mattered because of the PI. Unbelievable. But that is a push-off. And that call is huge for the Steelers side and for the Lions side. Even more so for the Lions side, because there's a good chance that they won't make the playoffs now. They're interviewing Rodgers right now. All right, we're listening to this right now, the interview. Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know if they blew the whistles or not, but I think it should have been forward progress regardless, but they decided not to. Detroit's over there booing. We'll take it, man. We'll take it. Hey, it was a hard-fought game for both sides, man. It really was. Steelers showed some grit, showed some heart in this game. Oh, man. I don't know what else to say, guys. That was an insane game right there. And this is definitely gonna be talked about on all the sports shows on the NFL Network, on ESPN tomorrow. This is definitely gonna be talked about, as are plenty of games this week. So far, this has been an insane week of football, man. December football, that's what it's all about. And the Steelers come out with this victory and improve to 9-6 here with the 4th seed. And say what you want, they're starting to look like a playoff team. All right. For the Lions, they're still on the outside looking in. I think they're going to need Green Bay to lose out and Detroit to win out. But what a game. Wow. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this live. I'm definitely going to make a video about this. I'll make it tonight, and I'll drop it either tonight in the evening or tomorrow. But what a game. That is one of the best games that the Steelers have had this season, and just heartbreaking for Detroit. So I'll catch you guys later in the week, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game as much as I did. Merry Christmas to everybody. I know we'll be making videos throughout the week, but still, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll catch you guys later on in the week. Go Steelers. First place in the AFC North. See you guys later.